What's going on, guys? It's that guy with movies back here again, and today I'm actually going to be doing a top 10 video, and this top 10 video is going to be on the top 10 most underrated movies. So basically, movies that not a lot of people give credit to, and basically when they came out in theaters, everybody was just like, whatever. But these are all movies I've seen and I really enjoyed, and not a lot of people really talk about. So anyway, though, guys, let's get started. So first one I have here is actually right in front of me, and that is the Blob. Who's in this? Kevin Dillon, Shawnee Smith, Kenny Clark's in this too. And this one I have seen. This one is a really good movie if you guys have not seen it. And it's basically, about the Blob that comes to Earth and kind of eats people and that. And but this one had really good special effects, especially for the late 80s. And yeah, this one is actually directed by Chuck Russell, who also he also did Nightmare on Elm Street 3, and he did The Mask. So it's obviously good special effects in that. So that is the Blob, the 80s Blob. I've not seen the 50s Blob. I'm going to have to check that one out soon. But the Blob, it's a really good movie. And one horror movie that not a lot of people talk about. So with really good special effects, and the performances were really good from what I can remember. But that's the Blob. And we'll go down here for the next one. This is one I actually just recently picked up, and that is Coach Carter. Starring Samuel Jackson. If you guys have not seen Coach Carter, watch it. It's a really good movie. You will not be disappointed with this one. And it's actually written by Mark Schwann, who's also the creator of One Tree Hill. One Tree Hill is not really everybody's cup of tea, but Coach Carter I think is one that everybody will enjoy. And yeah, I would have to agree it is one of Samuel Jackson's best performances. So just open this up here. Yeah, the disc is basketball, which the movie's basically about basketball. So, and so the movie's basically about Samuel Jackson. He plays Ken Carter, who is a real person. This is based on a true story. He goes to the school, but everybody's grades are really faltering, but they really want to play basketball. And he actually won't let them play basketball until they get their grades up. So it's a really inspiring movie, really, really good. And I will have to agree. Who said that? Jeffrey Lyons of NBC. I will have to agree with him. It is probably one of Samuel Jackson's best performances. So that's Coach Carter. One of the sport movies that not a lot of people talk about, especially basketball ones. Everybody talks about Hoosiers and that, and especially sport movies in general. I know a lot of people talk about Bull Durham or The Natural and stuff like that. So that is Coach Carter. I'm gonna get back up here for the next two on this shelf. So first one I have here is Fanboys. This one is basically about this group of friends, and they one of their friends has cancer, and they want to go to Skywalker Ranch to basically let him see the Phantom Menace before he passes away. And it gets a little emotional towards the end. And but yeah, it's a really good movie, really funny. And yeah, especially if you're a Star Wars geek. So there's the inside right there. And yeah, it's a really funny movie. If you guys haven't seen it, I suggest you check it out. Not really a lot of people really give credit. I know the critics trashed it when it came out, but it is a funny movie. Next one I have here is Falling Down with Michael Douglas. This one is actually directed by Joel Schumacher. When Joel Schumacher was still good. So, yeah, Falling Down, starring Michael Douglas, is a guy that just has a really bad day. But I feel this is one that everybody needs to see. He just, like I said, he has a really bad day. He just kind of really just hates everything in that day in society. And it just all starts with him just in a traffic jam. And but yeah, it's a really good movie, really good performance by Michael Douglas, really good writing too. So that's Falling Down. And I'll just scan here, and two more down here. First one is The Professional, or Leon the Professional. One movie, like when everybody talks about Luc Besson, nobody really talks about this one. Everybody I know talks about like The Fifth Element and that. But this one, I don't know if like anybody talks about anymore. This one actually, Gary Oldman does a really good performance in this, as well as Jean Reno and Natalie Portman in her first movie. But there's the inside, 2 discs. This one is the international cut, and it's good to note that I actually have not seen the international cut. I've seen the theatrical one, which you really like cannot get anywhere on DVD. So that's The Professional, really great movie. And this next one here is probably one of my favorite movies of all time, and that's La Bamba with Lou Diamond Phillips. This one is basically about Richie Valens, the rise and fall. Or not really the fall, because he unfortunately passed away, and the plane crash also killed Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper. But this one's really good. Really good Lou Diamond Phillips performance, as well as Isaiah Morales there. There's the inside. Really a great soundtrack too. If you guys have not listened to the soundtrack, I suggest go out there and buy it. It's a really good soundtrack. And it's a really interesting story too, if you guys have not seen it. But that is La Bamba. I believe like everybody talks about the Buddy Holly story more than La Bamba. But La Bamba is a really good movie. I've actually not seen the Buddy Holly story, so that's La Bamba. Really great movie. And none there. And so next one is down here. And that is Rat Race with Rowan Atkinson, John Cleese, Whoopi Goldberg, Cuba Gooding Jr., Seth Green, John Lovitz, and Amy Smart. This one's really funny. And it's basically a remake of It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. About just like a group of like, I don't know what you would call them, misfits. Or like some are misfits, some are like regular people. And they're basically just racing across the states to get money. And yeah, it's really funny. Everybody talks about It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, but nobody ever talks about Rat Race. So we'll just open it up here. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no insert, but that's Rat Race. And everybody thinks that it's like inferior to It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, but I've never seen It's Mad, 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 Mad World, but I have seen Rat Race. I know it's really dated, since this is from 2001. This is really dated because it does have a Smash Mouth performance at the end. Yeah, remember when they were a thing? Me neither. So yeah, that's Rat Race. And that's it for these 2 shelves, so... Alright guys, my phone ran out of memory, but we're over here at the next shelf now. There's only 3 more, so without further ado, let's get started. So, first one on the next shelf is Shocker, directed by Wes Craven. This one actually stars Peter Berg in it. This one kind of follows, like, he's like a serial killer, I think. Yeah, a catalog of heinous crimes. So he gets sent to the electric chair. He basically gets killed, but he actually like doesn't get killed, but he like goes on this murderous rampage because this like gives him all this power and that. It's a really weird movie, but it's a really good movie though. Yeah, it's weird. Like at the end, like he jumps into like a TV and he's like on the TV and something like that. Yeah, but that's Shocker. It's I bought this one at HMV actually. Yeah, Shocker's pretty good. And yeah, nothing on this shelf. So now we'll go down here. This is the second last one, and that is That Thing You Do with Tom Hanks. This was also written and directed by him, but he's not the only star of the movie. You also got yeah, you got Liv Tyler in that too. Charlize Theron. Just trying to get this out here. Yeah, Tom Everett Scott, Steve Zahn, Ethan Embry. They're all in this one. This one is the 2-disc extended cut edition. I've never seen the extended cut. I've just seen the theatrical one. This is a really great movie, though. Yeah, as usual, Tom Hanks gives a really good performance, and this one basically like chronicles the rise and fall of this like fake band. It's not based on a true story or anything. It's fake. It's created for the movie, but yeah, That Thing You Do. It's a really good movie, really funny too. So that is That Thing You Do, and now we'll just get up off the chair. We'll go down here, and last one we got up here is UHF with Weird Al Yankovic. This one is basically he like works at this really like I don't know what you would call it, like he works at this burger place, and he goes to like work for this news station, or like this TV station, and yeah, it's like all bankrupt, it's losing money and everything, and so he basically like puts on this like programming and that, and it ends up being a big hit in the end. So that's basically the story of UHF. This one was not a box office success or anything. Obviously due to it being released in 1989, which means it was up against like Lethal Weapon 2, Batman. I can't really remember what else was released in the summer of that year. License to Kill. But yeah, it obviously due to it being up, or yeah, Indiana Jones and Last Crusade too. So obviously due to it ending up basically being put on death row, compared to all these like big smash hits and that, this one bombed, but it's gotten a cult following, so I guess some people talk about it, but this one's really good. Weird Al, he's really funny in this one. All like the spoofs in that, and the Spatula City commercial obviously in this one too. So that's UHF. This one did go out of print at some point, and I'm not too sure if this one is out of print anymore. Michael Richards is in this too. Yeah, so that's UHF. So sorry about that. That was about it for this video. This top 10 underrated movies video. So be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share. Twitter and Instagram links will be in the description down below if you want to follow me on there. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you guys next time.